Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce, and Chamber Exchange, a TV show, is brought to you by our sponsor, Bank Hometown, who we very much appreciate allowing us to have this conversation with you, our viewers, but also with our guests. And very pleased to have with us in our opening segment, Phil George, who is the owner of Holistic Health Practitioners. Welcome, Phil.
Great to be here.
Yeah, we were having a little chat as they were getting everything warmed up and ready to go here with the cameras in the background. You have a really kind of interesting business, and you get the logo and the hat on, little branding. But you're a clinical biochemist by background.
Correct.
And it was fascinating. You've used that training and knowledge to help people and companies and organizations. We mentioned the Veterans Administration.
Right.
Work on health and wellness in a variety of ways.
Right. We talked before, the VA brought me in basically to try to get the veterans healthy. And so I give a lot of seminars, I have slideshows, and I make it a very interactive. So it's not a lecture per se.
And you've done this across New England. You've gone into the VA facility.
Yeah, the VA I've gone in, they do retreats. I've done retreats for PTSD. I did one with LGBTQT community. I did the LGBTQT veterans. And I try to make it entertaining. I try to make jokes. New Kitchen as a sponsor. Yeah. They give out gift cards, so I'll ask questions that are related to health, so I get people involved. So it's not a boring lecture like when you go to college, you probably remember 5 people, professors that were entertaining. So I try to make it very entertaining, very interactive. It went so well with the veterans, it occurred to me that this would be great for businesses. Mm-hmm. The CDC did a study and said that the average employer is losing over $1,600 per year per employee. So
that adds up to a lot of money depending on the number of employees you have.
I did the average. I think I did a little research. The average is around 40 employees. That's like $70,000 a year. Right. That's a lot of money. So by the business owner bringing me in and getting their employees healthy, you're not only having a short-term impact, you're having a long-term impact. If we could cut that number in half. The other thing that I found that was interesting, I'll ask you this, Tim. In terms of employees, what is the most? What do employees find is they get the greatest satisfaction out of a job? What do you think it is?
Completing a task. I don't know.
It's being appreciated.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
It's not the money. It's that they're being appreciated. So my thinking is, what better way is there for a business owner to show I appreciate you than to make you healthy? Mm-hmm. So we not only get them healthy to begin with, we keep them healthy. Mm-hmm. The other thing that happens, even though I'm there for the hour doing my presentation, it's going to become the water cooler talk. And that's what I found also with the vets. When I go back into the vets each successive week, I say, okay, guys, what worked, what didn't work? We talked about this during the break. And one of the guys said, one hint I give is, okay, guys, what I want you to do, you probably heard the expression, sitting is the new smoking.
Right.
Okay. They found that even athletes, if you sit too long, you wind up, you have what they call an increase of what they call all-cause mortality, which means you die for any reasons, just by sitting too long. Not to mention this stuff, right?
Right.
Going over, you get back problems, you get this and everything else. So I said, okay, guys, what I want you to do is every commercial, whether you're DVRing or not, I want you just to get up and I just want you to walk around. That's all I want you to do. Mm-hmm. Simple thing to do. We talked about people don't like to make changes. This is simple. So what happened, and the guys came back.
So that's the exercise, the activity side, and then I'm sure there's the whole nutrition
side.
Eating habits, yeah.
But one small change can make a huge difference. Mm-hmm. So, and with the vets came back to me and they said, you know what, that one stupid thing you told me made all the difference. The other thing, okay, another question for you, Tim.
I'm on the hot seat here.
What's the largest muscle in the human body?
The brain, right? No, I don't.
Brain's not a muscle.
I don't know.
Musclehead, right? Musclehead. Caitlin, Musclehead, right?
I was an American Studies major. Science and biology were not my thing.
Okay, the largest. Caitlin, do you know what the largest muscle is? She doesn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the glute.
Glute. Yep.
Okay, and the second
Gluteus maximus, right?
there you go. And the second largest muscle is the quadriceps.
Yep.
Right here.
Right.
So think about it, Tim. You get up, you just walk around, you just activated your largest muscle.
Right.
The other thing, muscles are a huge sugar hog. So by you walking around, it's sucking in that sugar like crazy. So it lowers your glucose. So if you're a diabetic, it's going to lower that. You're going to require less insulin. Just that one simple thing. The guys get into it after a few weeks. Then it was, after you eat, now what I want you to do, I want you to go out for a little walk after you eat.
Right, right.
Because, Tim, what you're activating is your quadriceps and your glutes, the largest muscles in your body, and they're sucking that sugar right into it. The other thing is, when walking, there's a condition called sarcopenia. All that means it's a wasting away of the muscles. As you get older,
right.
you lose more and more muscle mass. And they found out the reason that older people fall is not because they lose their balance, which is what most people think. The reason is the muscles are so weak, they hit a little thing and they fall over. And you've probably seen studies, once you break your hip, it's all over.
Right, right.
So by doing those simple things, by just simply getting up and walking around and doing that's one big thing. The other big thing, you've heard the new big thing now is intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating?
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
This is on the Peter Bluth show. I was joking.
Yeah, you were recently interviewed by Peter Bluth and his
Peter
show,
Bluth
and then Hank Stoltz.
Hank.
Yeah.
So we have a
I
joke.
feel like I'm in the big leagues now with them. I got you.
And, I have my own radio show.
All
Okay,
right,
got to give a plug there. It's Wellness Wave Radio.
Wellness Wave Radio, WCRN. Yeah.
You guys can call in. We give out prizes. I'll give you hints and
All
everything else. So again, you can feel free to
right.
tune into that. But what I talked with Peter about intermittent fasting, quickly, what happens is you have something in your liver called glycogen stores. In other words, you're eating glucose. So much is stored in your liver. What happens is, after you go over a period of time, you exhaust all of your liver stores, okay? The number is about 12 to 14 hours. So people think, well, how can I possibly go 12 hours without eating?
Yeah.
How long do you're supposed to sleep, Tim?
Sleep, probably 7-8 hours.
Okay, 8 hours. And let's say you don't eat 2 hours before you go to sleep.
Right.
I joke with Peter about this. How much is 8 and 2, Tim?
10.
Okay. Let's say you can hang in 2 more hours when you wake up before you have breakfast. There you go, you got your 12 hours right there. Let's say I want to eat breakfast, then do 4 hours before you go to bed. There's your 12 hours. You can do it any way you want to, depending on how you feel.
So you think the intermittent fasting is
huge.
It's a good thing.
Oh, it's a very good thing.
Yeah, okay, right.
Because what happens is, after you go through all of your stores of sugar, the second fuel that you want to use is your fat.
Yeah.
What happens, your body says, I have no more sugar. It starts pulling the fat out of you.
Yeah.
That's how you lose weight. They've done studies, it's called a little complicated, it's called isocaloric, which means they feed people the same thing. So I say to you, Tim, you can eat the same crap you've eaten before. All I want you to do is go that 12 to 14 hours. Mm-hmm. They've done many studies on this, and what they found was, just by doing that one thing, not changing your diet, Tim,
right.
Just doing that, you lose weight.
Got it. So we got 1 minute left. Phil, I've enjoyed this, and I hopefully our viewers have. Caitlin has too, who's here.
She's laughing.
So if people want to learn more, is there a website or
yeah, I got my website is healthyemployees.us.
Healthyemployees.us. Yeah.
Or I have clinicalbiochemist.com. So you can go there. Easiest way to reach me is just through my email. It's philgeorge@charter.net. philgeorge@charter.net.
They appreciate that here at Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Yeah.
And the other one is you can also just, you can call me. 508-864-9299, 508-864-9299. I'm still taking individual clients, but I can only see so many people, so I'd like to get out to groups. I've also done things for something called Fresh Start. They're getting kids coming out of jail.
Yep.
And I was going to do the nutrition piece for them, getting these kids, getting their brain working right. Because if your nutrition isn't on board, then you're not thinking correctly.
Trying to get it all aligned.
Right.
Well, Phil, this is great, and we'll probably be talking to you soon. Again, this was good stuff and timely, given all the conversation about health and wellness and everything. So. Good to be with us. Stay with us. We're going to have an equally exciting guest in our second segment.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.
Worcester, a city with heart, history, and promise. A hub of innovation in life sciences, education, and healthcare. Home to multi-generational families, first-generation citizens, and next-generation baseball and hockey greats. Home to great parks, world-class museums, theaters, and restaurants. Worcester, the place to visit, to invest, and to call home.